I'm Katie Garces with katiegarces.com. I'm a nurse practitioner, a nutritionist, and a wellness coach. And I'm here today with my friend Aaron.
Hi, Katie.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
We've had so much fun today. We've been working with the bath salts a bit, Wele Waters. And we were just out in the garden, too, out in the sun, and the birds were singing. And I think we're having a pretty good day today in terms of well-being.
Definitely.
Some
I'm looking
big
forward to my
smiles.
bath tonight.
Nice. Perfect.
But I wanted to sit down with Aaron because I really want him to explain the beauty and everything that's behind Wele Waters bath salts. I can explain it, but I know he's going to do a much better job. So Aaron, will you tell us just a little bit about Wele Waters, what's in it, why it's different, and how it can be so beneficial?
You bet. Yeah. I'm happy to. Thank you. So we're offering right now with Wele Waters, we're offering 5 different varieties using essential oils, very high quality essential oils. And Katie, I don't know, you may not know this about me, but I actually, even clear back in high school, started working in the natural foods world and started learning from a couple of herbalists, and worked at an herbal medicine company in my early 20s, and have been just studying it on my own for a while since then. And it's so amazing to me, the properties in plants and all of the different healing compounds that exist naturally in so many of the plants growing all around the world. And started just kind of playing around with making some special bath salts. Started sharing that with friends and family, my mom, some others. People were saying, my gosh, these bath salts are helping me sleep. These bath salts are helping relieve some of my aches and pains from arthritis, or even aches and pains from a car accident in a couple of cases. Could I get some more? And I said, well, sure, I like making them. And we realized after a while, my gosh, this is helping so many people that maybe we ought to put this out there for others to experience and gain the benefits from. So Wele Waters was born, and it's a really simple but special blend of ingredients. We start with Epsom salt, and it's named for this little place in England south of London, Epsom Town, or Epsom, I forget what it's called exactly.
I never knew that.
And a lot of us know some of the health benefits from soaking in Epsom salt, whether in a bath or in a foot soak. There are a number of different benefits that Epsom salt provides us. And then we take organic coconut oil, and through a slow soak on a little bit of heat, soak in CBD flowers from the cannabis plant. And we're selecting flowers that have a lot of CBD and other beneficial terpenes, but no THC. So this isn't going to get you high. If that's your thing, I'm sure other ways you can go about that. But this is actually focusing on the medicinal and healing properties of that amazing plant. Now, some of our anthropologist and ethnobotanist friends think that the cannabis plant may be one of the very first plants human beings ever cultivated. It goes way back. It has so many uses, it's almost impossible to list them all. And we know of the main benefits that are so important to us right now. We've got pain relief, we've got stress relief and relaxation, and it is also very helpful as a sleep aid. And I generally sleep well, but there are definitely those nights if I've got a big meeting in the morning, or I'm maybe a little wired on some caffeine from work earlier in the day, I don't fall asleep as quickly as I would like, and then feel a little more fatigued the next day. So if I take a soak, even 10, 20 minutes, I tend to fall asleep much more quickly and sleep much more deeply and feel really refreshed. So that's the main core set of ingredients for all the Wele Waters products. The Epsom salt, the organic coconut oil, which is also a great moisturizer for skin, and the hemp cannabis CBD medicine. Now, in each blend, we're also adding some very high quality essential oils. These are the essences extracted from different herbs and flowers. I'm holding eucalyptus here, and it's one of my favorites. Just putting this in my bathtub makes my whole bathroom, even sometimes much of my house, smell like a spa. And we know that eucalyptus has some really beneficial properties when it comes to perhaps we're feeling a cold coming on. It does some great things in terms of phlegmatics and mucus alleviation. It's also antimicrobial, and so has some really good healing properties from that aspect, just from soaking in it. We've also got the rosemary and pine. I love this one. I'm actually starting to make this part of my daily routine. And it's funny, both rosemary and pine are known to have positive impacts on our memory and our cognitive performance. In fact, we know back in ancient Greece that many of those scholars would wear garlands of rosemary while they were studying. And for those of you who might be preparing for a test or some upcoming presentation where you might want to remember things, keep this in mind. It really apparently does have some mental boosting properties. Rosemary and pine are also known for their relaxation and muscle pain relief attributes. So it's, and you'll get a lot of these benefits with any of the blends, in part because the salts, the coconut oil, and the CBD, the cannabis plant, are by themselves so powerful.
Right.
But the essential oils are adding a whole nother additional layer of benefit. And then we've got the lavender. I know
My
this is your favorite.
Yep.
Yeah. And lavender is just a wonderful, beautiful flower. It's very associated with calming. It's recommended increasingly for sleep issues in particular. There have been studies showing that just having a sachet of the lavender flowers next to your pillow at night will likely improve and increase sleep. So lavender's just a wonderful one to keep around and keep in your regimen, especially if you're having trouble getting to sleep or staying asleep, having a nice deep sleep all night long. And then we prepared a couple that are a little more focused perhaps in their application. This one is the Aphrodisia blend, and it consists of two very wonderful essential oils, ylang ylang and rose. I love both aromas. I actually really enjoy the scents as well. Of course, if you have the opportunity to get into a tub with your loved one, that special somebody, this is a fabulous piece to include. So perhaps it's a Valentine's date or some special occasion. This would be a great one to have around the Aphrodisia blend, but it's something you can also just enjoy by yourself. If you're having a quiet night home alone, relaxing, what have you, this is a great one to try out.
Cool. I love rose. It's also known to be very grounding.
Smell that.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah.
And then finally, we prepared something that could be used by anybody, but is specially crafted for women. And I've had the opportunity to work a good bit with my dear friend Brigitte Mars over the last several months, formulating these bath salts and thinking through and talking through what's really the best way to share these with folks. And it's interesting, we know in our country, in our society, that many more baths are taken by women than by men, generally. I hope more men will get into bathing, in part because there are such amazing stress relief effects that we can experience so simply, really on a daily basis. But we know that more women generally bathe and make that part of their well-being and self-care routines. And we've prepared a blend especially for moon time, for dealing with the pains, the discomfort of menstruation and everything that goes along with it. So in here we've got the geranium and the neroli, which are both known to help relieve the discomforts associated with menstruation. And again, it's a wonderful smell. I think that's really a beautiful smell.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, really nice.
So it's not to say we guys can't also enjoy these. We can. I do. You're welcome to. but this will also probably be especially helpful during that particular time of the month as the Moontime blend. And these are the 5 that we decided would be the best to share with folks. There's a variety to choose from. It's really easy to mix and match. You could even in the course of a week enjoy all 5 and get into a nice rhythm that way if you wanted. But we wanted to keep the ingredients very simple and straightforward, and really excited to be sharing this with folks.
And tell us a little bit about what some of these proceeds can help support.
Absolutely. So one of the real reasons we ended up launching Wele Waters is to support work being done in the realms of thriving health, well-being, sustainability, and stewardship. And with the Y on Earth Community Project in particular, where my friends and I, ambassadors in communities all over, are doing work with families, faith communities, students, and other organizations of people to enhance our health and well-being while getting deeply aligned with strategies for global sustainability. And I'm passionate about this work. I love it. It's actually a lot of fun. And so proceeds from Wele Waters support the work that we're doing there at the Y on Earth community. And we're excited through Y on Earth. We're partnering with a whole bunch of other organizations, platforms as well. So it's really working with a lot of different wonderful organizations and supporting a lot of different wonderful efforts whenever you're buying Wele Waters for yourself, for your friends and loved ones. And it all fits together. The more we learn about health, well-being, we see there's so much interconnectivity, right?
Absolutely.
And I know with the work you're doing, Katie, that there's so much focus on our cultivation of health and well-being, and I hope that many of your friends and colleagues will enjoy this as part of that as well.
I hope so too. I highly recommend it. Amazing. Yeah.